Hi everybody, welcome back to our live play stream of A Fair at Sombrefell Hall. We are entering into the last half of the adventure here. This is the third adventure in the Doomsday Dawn playtest module for the Pathfinder Playtest. And when we last left off, our heroes had thwarted a incursion from some zombies and or some gas and some vampires, and they had checked in on the professor and the students that were hiding in the background. They found that their mascot and clearly the hero of the adventure, MVP of the adventure, Bartle the Entertainer, was regaling them with stories of his greatness and how much he helped, although he actually just kind of hid like everybody else. And so at the very end, right before we cut to the break, we heard, or at least the PCs that are in the main hall here, heard the glass window, the glass pane window, break behind the muffled nature of this here barrier. And so now it is up to the adventurers to decide what it is that they want to do. Bodo the dwarf, you heard that happen, so did you, Gwennel, and the rest of you are probably not yet aware unless one of you would like to shout a warning.
We have more trouble!
Round 2, fight!
And I'm going to use my scroll of heroism.
Okay.
Which will involve spending one of my resonance.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm also going to... I mean, I would like to do this. I guess I'll wait for the first round of combat, I suppose, to get maximum value.
All right.
I'll stand by with the sprig ready, sprig and shield.
All right.
And then I'm happy to just sort of...
Yeah, I will definitely turn and face the way of the sound if Gwennel wants to keep an eye on the front door, I guess.
Is it okay to move around a bit?
Sure, yes.
Okay.
Got a little bit of time, especially with that barricade up there that you built.
I'll go ahead and stay put.
This gives me the ability to jump between either one.
Do I see anything out here?
You do not see anything out in that direction quite yet.
Okie dokie.
You probably hear those very throaty shouts that sound like that they called out, and same with you, Perman, so if you guys would like to do anything at this point.
I would probably like to just haul back and join my comrades.
And cast shield on myself and maintain it. And actually,
okay.
Shield and resist energy.
What are you choosing?
Fire.
Okay.
Can't imagine.
Are you just gonna light yourself on fire and run around and roll with all of the
Well, I'm not going to
undead?
not do that.
I mean, clearly it is the best tactical choice, right? Right there. Okay, so if you want to run down and kind of go down to the main hall, you have time to do
Well, no,
that.
I'm
she's
in
already
the
downstairs.
back room.
That's right. That's right. You were with Bartle and the kids.
Yeah, move her back there.
Okay, so you're going back
toward.
toward.
Fine?
Yeah, it's
There?
fine.
Okay.
All right, so you're staying put. All right, so Gwennel, as your companions are kind of moving around, getting into tactical position, you're gonna hear some mostly just kind of like claws and clamoring against this barricade that you've erected.
No solicitors.
And
We don't want any.
we're not buying what you're selling.
We're not buying.
Oh, I don't think they want to sell you anything. I think they'd rather just eat your brains. So they're clawing away at this barrier that you've erected up there, and they're kind of like chipping away at it, and you see a couple of like claws, a couple of desiccated claws start to make their way through. They're not getting through yet, but you can tell that it's really only a matter of time. Anybody else want to do anything?
I would like to do a perception check on the other, I guess, this side of the house. If I need to move to do that, I will.
Would you like to go into this door and check it out?
I would just like to press my ear against the door, but not unlock it. And see
Okay.
if I hear anything scuffling on the other side.
All right. So you don't necessarily hear anything scuffling, but how long are you leaving your ear up against?
Enough that
The
I'd
store.
be satisfied that nothing is in the room.
So,
I don't
like
know, around.
Like your turn, basically.
Sure.
All right, so you don't necessarily hear anything. It's very eerie and very quiet. The breaths of the students are very hushed, so you're not hearing any kind of whimpering coming from back there. But just when you think that it's probably safe, you hear another crash through
on that side.
on that side. And you remember that both of those walls were full floor-to-ceiling glass panes. And you hear a very similar muffled sound as to what you heard over here.
Okay.
Then we shall split them up, and we shall see who succeeds first.
I'll race you.
Good, good, good.
At this point, I will open the door
Okay.
so I can see what's going on.
So you're gonna unlock and open
Yes.
it. You can easily probably do that, but we'll give these guys an opportunity to do something else since that's probably gonna take you sort of another turn. You guys wanna do anything?
I think I want to move myself into the middle
Okay.
so I can also be in throwing position for either door.
Excellent, excellent.
I'm gonna take one last scan of the outside to see if I can see anything approaching.
Sure, why don't you roll a perception check?
Okay. Oh, much better. I got an 18 on the die, plus 11. It's 29. And dark vision.
I don't see anything.
The GM just laughed maniacally at you.
Well, since I don't see anything,
You don't
I'm
see
going to head in and how do I just get one movement or can I
If
move
you
free?
want
I'm
to,
gonna move
you have enough
head to
time
there.
to. Oh yeah, you totally have enough
Okay.
time to be out there. All right, so you're kind of peering over that railway.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep
Looking
shooting
toward the front.
glances back over and just watch both sides.
Gotcha. All right,
Overwatch.
makes sense. Okay, and so Gwynel, you're gonna see those barriers start to disintegrate a little more fully, and you're gonna see a drawn, emaciated face poke its way out and try to stumble through. Now these creatures look very different, not very different, but different enough from those ghast that you can tell they're not exactly the same type of creature.
Okay. Are they fully through yet?
They are not yet fully through. Probably they will not be until it is potentially their turn to go.
Okay.
But that barricade is still kind of like half partially up.
Okay. Is it possible to try and do a recall knowledge to identify it?
Sure.
So I have a...
Let's do religion.
Yes, I have a plus 11 on my religion.
Okay.
Is this one that you want to roll or shall I?
Go ahead. Go for it.
That is 24.
All right. So yeah, these are pretty common creatures, especially with undead that you probably have some experience with. These are just kind of run-of-the-mill zombies, not necessarily what you would expect from an assault against more powerful creatures such as yourself.
We have clearly gone through their best soldiers, and now they're sending in their recruits.
Obviously.
Right. So Bodo, what did you do over there? Did you open that door, or did you just hear it?
So when I heard the crashing, anything is to take my hold and open the door. But I wanted to open the door and prepare a spell because I would like to do something when they're breaking through at the glass rather than something at the doorway here.
Okay.
So I wanted to open the door and throw a fireball at the broken glass and then close the door after I'm done. Now, however long that takes is up to you. But that was my plan when I was going to open this door after hearing the glass break.
It's good to hear this plan in its full form. All right, so the door is locked. So it's going to take you an action to unlock the door. It's going to take you an action to open the door. You'll have one action left to cast your spell. If you want.
I don't like that.
So you may need to wait until your next turn to cast your spell.
Nah. In that case, I'll probably just leave the door locked.
All right, so the door is going to be locked. These guys are starting to break through here. At this point, let's have everybody roll initiative since it's clear that there are some more undead headed your way.
I will alert my compatriots to the broken glass on this side while we do this.
I'm terrible at initiative.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. So, Bodil, what did you get?
14 on the die plus 11 perception is 25.
Okay. Hey, you. What did you get?
17 on the die plus 11 perception is 28.
Okay. And Gwynel, what did you get?
4 on the die plus 11 gets me a 15.
Okay. And Primin, what did you get?
I got a 7 on the die and 11 my perception, so it's an 18.
What was your total again?
15.
15, okay. Alright. So hey you have definitely got the jump on
Us.
the rest of your companions as well as these creatures that may be coming after you.
Alrighty, I am going to recast my shield, and yeah, and I guess I've got 2 actions left. I will ready an action to shoot at a zombie.
That's popping its head out there?
Shoot at something that comes through the door.
Okay.
On either side.
All right.
Can you see the zombie that's there now?
Probably, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it actually gets.
You can probably see its head, kind of, but its whole body has not gone through the doorway yet.
Teach it that it's not good to be the first penguin into the Antarctic waters.
Not on the first turn, but maybe on the
second turn. Bodil, it's your turn.
Well, since we do have the door locked and I know the glass did break, I'm going to step back from the door.
Okay.
20. Well, maybe not a full 20 feet. So we'll go back to back with Prim in here. And then I will use the rest of my turn to cast Bark Skin on myself.
Okay.
My skin hardens and takes the form of a wood tree trunk, like bark, and I gain resistance 1 to bludgeoning and piercing damage, and weakness 2 to fire.
Oh.
This is your grave.
Proceed with caution.
You've turned yourself into your own pine casket.
I know.
Yeah, so as I just hold the pearl in my hand thinking,
Proceed with hilarity. Got it.
Boy, we have a lot of fire wielders now, and you're made of wood. I'm sure that's not gonna end in, you being on fire.
I'm gonna throw my own fire as well. I ain't scared.
All right. So Bodil, you do that, and then as you do that, the zombie tears away the last of the barriers, the zombies that are behind this door. So these are going to go away and are destroyed and no longer available to make barricades, as these zombies are going to shamble their way out.
Hey. I got a counter shamble.
You got a counter shamble, you do. So this one's going to step through, and you have readied an action. So why don't you take your attack?
Shoot it in the
12
head.
to hit. 5 on the die. I hit armor class 17.
Oh yeah, these guys are not difficult to hit. These are not
Kerthunk.
powerful creatures.
And I have 12 points of my artisan magic damage.
So, your murder crossbow, buddy, continues its trend of being an absolute murder crossbow, and this thing falls down, no longer a threat, didn't even see what hit him. Now, these two are going to continue to kind of shamble forward and clearly pretty mindless, doing what they are being compelled to do by some sort of unseen force. You guys don't know. The thing about zombies is that they are permanently slowed 1, so that they are not going to be able to do as much or be as fast as you all or any other creatures that may or may not be popping up. And let's see, where's its speed? Okay. Up there. Up there. All right, Primin, now it is your turn.
I'm not feeling threatened.
No, you look like you got this covered. So I'm going to take a gander this way, and then I'm going to move toward that door, because I heard you mumble something about wanting to use a spell. I might be able to help you with that.
I like it.
So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And I'm going to let's see, you go way before I do, so yeah, we'll open that door.
Okay. So you're gonna unlock the door and open it?
Yes.
All right. So when you do that, you see
Yeah, I knew something was gonna pop out.
shambling toward the door, clearly intending to do pretty much the same thing that you understood that these zombies did.
Yes.
Are 3 more zombies that have pulled their bulky, nasty undead flesh through the broken glass and are coming at you guys now. Doing the thriller dance a little bit, Primin, is that your turn?
I don't think I had the pearl in my hand. Can I actually throw that? Is it only a 1 action?
So since you moved up to the door, you unlocked the door, you opened the door, I believe that's going to be your turn.
Yep, that's my 3.
Okay.
So I'm ready with my pearl.
Okay. Bueno.
Cutting zombie number 1.
Okay.
That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Indeed.
For only 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Does slashing do anything extra to these guys?
These are actually weak to slashing.
Oh, good. And then my second attack is only plus 8 these days, so that's going to be a 16 to hit.
It's still going to hit.
And that is only going to be 11 points of slashing damage.
And you know what? It really doesn't matter because you are easily able to cut this thing down.
And I will...
Are you going to attack the other one?
Yes, this is only at +3.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
And that is 16 points of slashing damage.
All right, so it is going to still be up.
Ugh.
But sort of just barely, and these things, they're not even going to react at all to the fact that you're just cutting through members of their rank that have been assigned to go and siege this hall. He's just going to kind of not even say anything intelligible, just that same guttural kind of moan.
I'm impressed by your crossbow. You took something down with 12.
What's up?
So, can I actually get perception checks from Primin and from Gwendol here?
Yeah.
So I got 18 on the die, so that's a 29.
If this is visual, I have a 19, 17 otherwise.
This is not necessarily visual. This is a little bit more deductive.
17.
Okay, 17. So you guys both are a little bit, you think the situation's a little bit odd. You wouldn't necessarily expect these sort of lower level, less powerful creatures to be part of an assault force. You don't see anything else or hear anything else. Maybe this is just a weird coincidence, or maybe you've been underestimated, but...
Or maybe my
it's a little
having
weird.
long hair makes me want to say, a distraction.
Maybe.
Sort of thing.
Maybe. All right, so now it's going to be these guys' turn. So this door is open, correct?
Yes.
All right, so this guy's going to kind of shamble up there, and he's going to kind of shamble up there.
Was he pushing through the door?
She opened the door.
I opened the door.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah.
they can just sort of squeeze past.
Yep, she's just gonna...
I'm a little gnome.
You could take an attack of opportunity if you have one, but I do not think that you do.
I don't believe I do.
Alright, so he is going to just try to kind of punch at you with, those fingers and kind of that, like, gnarled hand that he's got going on there. Probably not going to hit you at a 10. I don't think so. Okay, how about a 18? Does an 18 hit you? Nope. Okay, so he's not going to really be able to do too much. I'm
sure.
Several more. One's going to stand there. One's just going to kind of stand back.
Wait his turn.
He's sort of blocked from being able to get in. So the one that's up to you is a 12. No, 12's not going to hit you.
I appreciate that they politely queue.
It is nice.
And 17 is also not going to hit you. All right, so you guys you've got another sort of wave coming at you, not really doing too much, but hey, you up there.
Hey.
You didn't see really anything, but now in your peripheral vision on either side of your head, you see just kind of this whooshing sort of dark cloud. And as those dark clouds are passing through you, you hear just the most bone-chilling, soul-rattling screech. And it sounds like... And you see these just giant, nasty, ghostly, black creatures have come up and have flown through those doors and those windows up there and have flown over that railway and have now set themselves upon your companions down here. You can clearly see that poor Bodil here seems to be in their sights. Gwendol's probably not too far away. Primin is right there. And these guys are going to be added to the fight.
Ah, but they didn't get right next to us. So sad.
So nice.
And, hey you, it's gonna be your turn after you see that. I'm sure that's not terrible. What are you gonna do?
Well then, looks like, I think that I should shoot a blazing hot ray of light tinged with holy energy at them. Maybe some
that's
sort
a
of a, we'd say searing light, perhaps?
Perhaps that's an adjective. That's a word.
Yes, okay. So I need to make a ranged touch attack against that guy.
Alright, this one right here?
Yeah.
Alright, go for it.
Alright, what is my range? Range touch is plus 11. And I hit armor class 25.
That hits.
Range? Is that a crit?
No.
Sad. Alright, so I deal 4d6 fire.
Right.
Can I steal a d6?
Sure.
Oh, thank you. Alright. So that is
A lot of ones.
8, 9, 10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I'm assuming this is undead.
It is.
So I'm going to do 46 additional good damage.
Okay.
And that's 11, 12.
Okay. All right. All right, so your searing bolt of force is definitely going to connect pretty squarely with this kind of insubstantial looking creature, but it's not really going to go as deep maybe as you would expect. It's not going to like sink into that incorporeal flesh the way that you might expect, and so you get the sense that maybe it doesn't quite take as much damage as it normally would from that type of attack.
Huh. Can I do a recall knowledge to figure out what the heck one of these
Sure,
things is?
you sure can.
Religion?
Yes, it would absolutely be a religion.
Do you want me to roll or are you going to roll?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. Where's my religion? I'm losing my religion. Oh, there it is. Plus 8. And I got an 18 plus 8.
26.
What?
26.
26. All right, so this is more along the lines of what you would expect to attack you guys here. And this is a shadow. This is a greater shadow. In fact, this is not a creature to be trifled with. It is indeed incorporeal. It has a lot of resistances to everything except for positive energy, ghost touch, force, that type of damage. It's weak to light, you know, and it has several just sort of nasty abilities trying to go, you're not exactly sure what the details are, but pulling sort of the shadows out of people and individuals and living creatures are kind of what these things do.
So free action holler, greater shadows!
What kills them?
Positive energy.
Goodness.
I don't know, it depends
Force,
on
Go team.
ghost touch. Yep.
So, by the way, that was 10 fire and 12 positive.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So, hey, that was your turn, and now, Bodil, these things have been identified as the real threats down here.
Yes, they have.
What are you going to do?
I am going to use my I'm going to use my heal spell I prepared at level 3.
Okay.
So it is heightened +2.
Okay.
And I'm going to use all 3 actions to disperse it as positive energy in a 30-foot aura.
Okay.
Since I am right in the middle of a lot of stuff.
You have all of them, in fact.
Yes.
So I believe you both get healed as well. So it's going to be 3d8.
All right.
I think that yours is probably 2d8.
It's heightened twice, so it's for each heightened it gets an additional d8.
Yeah, I normally do just your wisdom when you do the area. Because right now I think ours at level 4
your
is...
spellcasting ability modifier, you're right.
Yeah, because right now ours does either 7d8 or
Right.
3d8
So
at
it's
level
going
4.
to do 2d8 plus 4.
Okay, so you're doing it to...
I'm doing it in the 30-foot
All right.
30-foot area.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, so
Okay.
literally everything.
So everything is going to have to make its fortitude save. Oh, no!
Well, I think it's just your spellcasting ability modifier.
Unless you heighten it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you just have to make a fortitude save, but that's going to be the healing damage.
Can I donate him a
Really.
So
What,
I'm
to
going to roll
re-roll
to see
that?
if it takes 2 or if it takes
So
1.
it's going. It's 6. It's plus 4.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's 6 to everything.
Okay.
You guys get healed 6 if you need it, and everything in the if they fail their fortitude save against DC 21,
Okay.
they take 6 damage.
All right, I'm only going to roll once for each group of zombies. What's the DC again?
21.
All right, so that's a fail on the ones in the study, and that's a fail on the one right there, and then for the shadows. So that's gonna be a pass, and that's gonna be a pass. All right. So
2 ones, by the way, just in case you guys missed that.
we roll high here at the Paizo Live Play stream.
Good job.
So that's actually gonna be enough for this one to fall over. This one was not doing
Bam!
really great
Yeah.
Got him.
at all. So ping, that one falls over. And the shadows are just going to
Yeah. Yeah.
puny adventurers. What was the total damage?
6.
Okay.
Positive.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, chat.
What did chat say?
They said bless you.
Okay.
That is all 3 of my actions.
All right. So now it is going to be these shadows' turns.
Oh.
So this one here. It's going to go up to you, Premin. Oh no, you are marooned there between zombies and a shadow, and this is going to try to shadow hand touch you. It's got this wispy tendril. It's going to reach out and try to touch you and drain away your life's energy. Does a 25 hit you?
Sadly, it does.
All right, so that's going to be 3d6 here. So that's 5, and then it's going to take another action to do an ability called Steal Shadow. So it can do this when it hit a creature with a Shadow Hand Strike, which is what that attack was on its previous action. It's going to pull at your shadow, and it's going to withdraw some of that essence from your living body that is giving your body its substantiary shadows and things. So it is going to actually make you enfeebled 1, which means you're going to take a penalty to attack damage and strength-based rolls equal to the value of the condition, which in this case is 1. And this ability does allow it to impose cumulative enfeebled penalties, and if it ever reaches 3, it can make you a shadow spawn, which I will explain if and when it comes up. It still does have one more action, Premin.
It moved, it struck.
Oh no, you're right. So it's done. So now it's this guy's turn.
We're good. Thanks.
And is going to try to do the same thing, really, to you. There, Gwennel.
Bring it on.
Does a 28 hit you?
No, yeah.
All right. 13 points of damage.
All right.
And same Steal Shadow effect. You are going to be enfeebled 1, -1 to your attack damage and strength-based rolls.
But I care about those.
Well, you care about them 1 less than you did before, apparently. All right. So, in the way that this effect works from Steal Shadow is that the enfeebled condition reduces by 1 every 8 hours, ending once it hits enfeebled 0. Since you guys are kind of in siege mode, it's not necessarily going to be super helpful for you right now, but you may have abilities or items or things that allow you to mitigate some of that stuff. So that is going to be its turn, and now these guys here, oh no, Permin, you're still surrounded. Those zombies are gonna go after you. Now luckily these aren't really terribly good at really anything. So they are going to, does a 22 hit you, Permin?
No.
No, okay. And so 12 doesn't hit you, so that's not gonna hit you even with penalty. No, okay, so that guy's not really gonna do anything. Same thing with that one there. Ooh. Does a 25 hit you?
Yes.
All right, so this zombie here's fist reaches out, takes advantage of the distraction that you have endured from the shadow that's in your face and trying to steal away your life energy. It is going to deal 1d6 plus 2, so it's going to do 3 points of damage, and it's actually going to grab your arm. You have a weapon out currently? You have your star knife out?
I have the star knife and the pearl in the other hand.
Okay, so it's actually going to grab your arm with a pearl in it, and it's going to hold you fast with this preternatural strength that's coursing through its undead flesh. This third one here is really not going to do too much. He's just going to kind of step up and wait his turn in line, so to speak. And now it's your turn to try to get some kind of revenge. You can try to break this grapple that it has done with its grab ability, if you like.
Or you could melt it off of you.
Or you could melt it off of you.
I might melt myself in the process. So you guys will heal me, right?
We got lots of healing.
So I'm gonna drop that pearl.
Okay.
Because
Do it.
I'm surrounded by bad. So this is the 66 pearl.
Okay.
They can do a reflex save. DC is 19.
Okay.
It's a 20-foot area, so it's pretty much going to miss you by this much. Well, if I drop it on him.
Yeah.
So are you just kind of like...
I'm just gonna like... Bap. Yeah.
Okay. So I need to make reflex
Reflex.
saves for all these guys. Okay.
Yes.
Just gonna make 1 for the zombies again. That was real bad.
That's good.
That's gonna be a 2 on the reflex save for the zombies, and the shadow This is
So
fire
that's
damage.
critical
Ooh.
fail, yes.
And that's a natural 1, so that's also a critical failure on the Shadow's reflex
I can give you up
save.
to 8 of these.
I might need all those.
All right, so
So how many passed? How many failed?
they all failed.
It sounds like
Did they all
Sounds like they
critically
all
fail?
critical fail.
They all critically failed.
Oh, so that's like 12d6.
That is like 12d6.
So that's 4, 8, 9,
Please
10.
show that devilish grin to the camera right now,
So-
please.
Yeah, 12d6. Yeah. So you got 2 more I can. Thank
Always
you.
watch out for the gnomes. They're the ones
Fire.
I'm
that
small.
giggle with glee. Look at all those dice.
Look at all
My
those
God.
dice.
Um,
So
did you save versus your own fireball?
would you like to save?
Yeah, you might want to. You might want to at least try not to take all that damage.
So my fortitude is 11.
Your reflex.
it's reflex.
Oh, reflex?
Yeah.
Oh, that's still at
Yeah, but-
26.
yeah, you got
I'm
How many hit points do you have left, Fremen?
70.
Okay. Just checking.
I might survive this.
Just checking.
So let's see. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. 40 points of fire.
All right, so 40 points of fire. That is going to be more than enough to just blow these guys all the way back. This. All 3 of these zombies
Thank you, sir.
are just a charred remnant of their former selves.
Free action, I'm going to cheer.
You rooting
All right.
for? Well, that's
So-
fair.
Fire.
Critical successes plus how many? 5?
10 above the
It's
10
DC.
above?
10,
I didn't make
yes.
10, so I take half with my success.
Okay.
So I take 20.
And what was the total amount of damage? It was 40.
so
Okay.
I take.
I don't think you take 20 because
Oh,
you
I have.
dealt double.
I have.
First off, you dealt double to them,
That's true.
so you would have normally dealt about 20. So if you take half of that, then you only took 10.
But my ring of fire resist that I have has fire resist 5.
So you took 5.
So I took 5. So I'm like, tingle, that's
Seems-
warm.
Yeah.
Really profitable.
Yay,
I
necklace
like
of fireball.
that. I like that.
That was one action.
That's one.
Yeah.
Yes, Wax, and it's like, well then. That was fun.
Melt him, melt him.
So let's see. There's just this guy left, right?
Yep, that guy is in your face.
So I believe then I can use a channel on him for my touch attack with my
Yep.
last 2 actions and do 7 more d8 plus 4.
Isn't the touch just a single action?
The melee touches, but if you use 2 actions, you just point and click.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I mean they're both the same, honestly, with 1 or 2 actions.
But couldn't you touch
I guess I can
twice?
touch.
You
touch
could.
twice?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you should touch twice.
I see the
That's-
logic
yeah.
here. I see the logic here.
It's treated as a second
I
attack,
suppose, yeah.
so it's at -5 the second
I
time.
suppose it would be -5,
You have-
right?
yeah, you have
so
to make the
that's,
touch
that's the
attack.
trade-off.
Let's make the touch attack first.
Okay.
So my touch is what? Just my proficient? No, it's not proficiency.
It's going to be 8.
Just 8.
-1 because you're enfeebled.
Oh, true.
Yes. So
Yes.
14 on the die, plus the 8 is 22, minus the 1 is 21.
21 does not hit him.
To touch AC?
Not his touch AC.
Wow.
Well, then we'll just take our other one. I guess no, because the other ones, they're both touch. Well,
Yeah.
we'll do again then.
I mean,
I mean, you could try.
but
Roll a
each one of
20.
each one of these is using one of your channel energies.
Oh, you're right, it is. I need those for us. Well, then I'll stick him with my star knife.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
has disrupt on it, so that's a.
This is a magical star knife.
Yes, 13 is probably not going to hit him, though.
It is not going to hit him.
Sad little 4.
All right.
Good fireball, though.
Gwinnell,
Hey, you know, I'll take what I can get.
All right, so I have 3 actions, right?
you do.
Cool. My first action
Okay.
is going to be to cast True Strike.
Okay, excellent.
So that allows me to roll 2 attacks and take the better one,
Right.
which will handily overcome this enfeeblement and nonsense that you put on me. With my other 2 actions, I'm going to channel Smite.
Okay. Go for it.
See if I can knock this shadow out of the park. I rolled 2 8s,
2 8s.
Oh.
which is only going to be a 20 to hit because of my enfeebled condition.
And that is indeed not going to hit it.
Where are those days of those 97 damage?
Gone along with the zombies and the gas from which they came.
Alrighty, that's my turn.
All right.
Could have gone a lot better.
All right, so these guys are gone. You guys killed them. Hey, you.
So, with my previous recall knowledge,
Yes,
are these mindless undead, or do they have?
they are not.
They are not.
No, they're smarter than what you would. They were certainly more. They are better shock troops than zombies, for example, would be.
I don't like how it's taking me.
Well, I'm going to try something possibly stupid. But
Possibly Stupid's great. I love Possibly Stupid.
We just dropped a grenade at our feet.
yeah. Well,
Top that.
I am going to.
Oh, that's ill-advised at best. Come on.
I'm. Let's see.
Right.
Okay.
Are you going to jump over the railing?
No, not quite that stupid. But I'm going to attempt to command that guy to
Ooh.
drop prone.
Oh, all right.
So float in midair.
All right, so he's going to need to make a will saving
is
throw,
a
correct?
will
Against your
save.
spell DC.
Spell DC is 21.
All right. That's a 23.
Dope.
So close.
So
So he's just going to twitch a little bit and look back at you and go,
I should have.
weakling.
Well, if he is affected and a success on the thing is unaffected, never mind.
Okay.
Well, that was. I guess
Doing
I'll
anything
cast,
else? You can move? You can cast something else?
Well, I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
Crossbow of Death?
Yeah,
I mean, that's been working out pretty
fabled-
well for you.
it is a magic crossbow.
The fabled crossbow.
That's right.
Plus 12 to hit, and I rolled a 2, so that's a 14.
That is indeed not.
All right.
Not a critical failure, though.
All right. Well, and yeah,
All right.
free action. Take that.
All right, Dwarf Boy.
All right.
Your goblin is trying to help.
Yeah.
You want to show him
So-
how it's done?
Is this space not occupiable?
You
by
can
this wall?
you can stand in there and flank if you like. You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it is too far away to get this turn. I'm going to stow the sprig and pull out the warhammer.
Okay. That's
So
two actions.
that's 2 actions, and I'm
Yeah.
going to move 10, 15, 20, I suppose.
Okay. All right. So now it is its turn. And how much damage have you taken there, Primin?
I have taken 13.
13 points of damage.
5 of which is of my own making, so it doesn't really count.
The
All
best
right.
5.
All right, so Dwarf, it's gonna see you come up and approach it with your warhammer out, and
Do it.
I'm sure you're doing something, very brave. You've probably got some kind of slogan that you're yelling or something, but it is gonna try to reach its nasty, roiling tendril towards you and touch you. And does a 28 hit you?
It does.
Total. All right, so that's gonna be 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And it is going to use another action then to enfeeble you 1 with its Steel Shadow effect. And that is that same effect that these guys have been suffering from. And then it is going to try to...
There's no saving throw for that? It's just
not
on a
for
hit?
the Steel Shadow. No, it's when it deals damage with its Shadow Hand touch, then its next action it can do this. So it is going to... I'm trying to move away from you guys. Yeah. All right. Now it is this one's turn.
Ugh.
And it's going to see its buddy come up for reinforcements. And it's going to try to touch you again. And that, my friend, is a natural 20.
We're doing good.
That's 18 points of damage on the critical hit.
All right.
And it is going to use its Steel Shadow ability again to continue to reach its tendril through your body and pull at your shadow. You're enfeebled 2 now. You're 1 off of that 3 that it needs to turn you into a shadow spawn. And let's see, with its last action, it's gonna move this way to make it a little bit easier for its friend to flank you. And Primin, now it is your turn.
All right. Let's see. I am too far from you. 'Cause I have restoration. I can fix that.
It sounds like a shadow sounds like a good career change.
I don't think your god would agree with you.
You make a great shadow. I don't know.
Then I couldn't wear armor.
You sound very spooky.
All right, so I'm going to then. I can only have 2 of those. You know what? We're gonna pluck another pearl and throw it at that guy.
Okay then. Good plan. Alright, so you're actually going to throw it
Yes.
at this guy? Okay.
Well, yeah, no, it's gonna be like out of range of us.
Are you
Obviously.
targeting a square or are you targeting him?
Actually, I'm gonna target the oil.
I think we burned all that up.
Yeah.
Did we burn all that? Well,
We did.
It's just still
So we're gonna
it's rough
target-
terrain from the chandelier.
let's see, 10, 20. We're gonna target the square.
Okay,
It's
so you're going
far
to target
enough
that
from us,
square and try to lob it over the shadow.
because it gets out of range of you as well.
Alright.
Yes.
So let's see if you are able to hit that square.
It's an 18 on the die.
Alright, so that's pretty easily enough just to hit right there, you said?
Yep.
Alright.
Actually, right here.
Right there. Okay. Let's see. Do we have like a little token that we can?
Yeah, here. Just doing a
Oh,
fire
sure.
thing.
We'll put that there. Okay. All right. So he's gonna need to make a reflex save, correct?
Yes.
All right. So 11. That's a 21 reflex
Yeah,
save.
he makes that.
Okay. So how much damage is he taking?
So-
Half of your damage.
There's 9, and 5 is 14, so 7.
All right.
But it's fire.
You got anything else?
Let's see. I think I'm going to try to move toward you. 5, get out of that guy's sights.
And so we're going to call this square on fire with the combination of that, the old candles and a little bit of oil that's still left. That's going to be difficult terrain, but anybody who wants to go through it might take some fire damage if they're going to pass through it. And then that'll probably last for about a round or so. All right. So, Gwynel, you are enfeebled 2, and that shadow's still in your face.
It is.
Ring of the Ram is force.
It is. I have so many other options.
I know. I just realized that. So
If I could just pull off one of these hits, though, with
it's true with the positive. Yeah.
yeah, but it's not worth it. I will rather I will do my area channel.
Okay.
So there's going to be a fortitude save from
Okay.
both of those because the other guy floated
Both
into
of those.
range.
Indeed.
DC is 20.
We got a 24, and we got a 29.
Okay, so both of them take half. My damage is going to be a grand total of 16, so both of them take 8.
Take 8.
But I will heal 16, and this is positive energy, so it at least gets through some of the implied resistances.
Okay.
I will as well, thank you.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just out of range, but you are also out of range.
All right. And we will soon
Alright.
see what happens when I become enfeebled 3.
All right, Death Crossbow Boy, it's your turn.
I am going to use all 3 actions for my Ring of the Ram
Yeah.
and attempt to ram that guy away from my friend.
Okay.
Get
Friendship.
away from her, you shadow. I'm going to use all 3 actions.
Okay.
So, so that's going to be 66 force damage after a ranged touch attack.
All right. So roll
And
your touch
ranged
attack.
touch is plus 11. That is a 4 on the die for a touch of 15.
That is not enough. You are 7 off, my friend.
Oh, dang it.
So there's a wave of force that just whooshes right past this face. I think, Gwendol, maybe your hair gets blown back a little bit. You look very dramatic. I will say that. So not totally a wasted turn.
What more could I ask?
How I missed.
What more could I ask from my final 6 seconds of life?
All right. So Bodil, it is now your turn.
Alright, so with the Warhammer that I brought out last turn, I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to make an attack on the shadow.
Okay.
So 9 on the die, plus 10 is 19, minus 1 is 18. Oh, but I'm blessed, so it's still 19.
I think Bless is gone.
I think the plus
Oh,
one.
Yeah,
okay.
the bless
Then
is gone.
18.
That is still not enough to hit it.
Okay, and then with my third action, I'm going to attempt a shove maneuver with the Warhammer,
Okay.
which is one of the weapon traits on the Warhammer.
Okay.
And I believe that's an athletics check
All right.
against...
Against the...
Against his, so 21 DC.
Not quite. 16.
All right, so you try to force him back, but he has not as much give as you would expect from a
Very
shadow
incorporeal.
creature. Yeah, he's very, very incorporeal.
I'm done.
That is true. All right, so now it is this one's turn. And have you taken any damage, Bull? All right. So you are enfeebled 1, correct? And so, to be clear, Shadow Spawn is pulling the shadow from you to create another creature, and then if you die, the Shadow Spawn becomes a full autonomous shadow that's not under command of these guys. So you will not necessarily die, but you guys will have other things to deal with.
More fireball targets.
That's slightly less sinister than I thought.
Yeah.
All right. That's on you. That's going to be a 25.
25 hits me.
Oh, that's even higher, but that's
Well,
okay.
I assume this is all touch.
It is indeed. All right. So 10, 11 points of damage. And it is again going to use that steel shadow. And he is going to tear your shadow. He's going to reach all the way into your chest and just tear out your shadow. And the Shadow Spawn is going to jump out and be, we'll call it a zombie, kind of right here. And it's going to be, we'll say it's on his initiative, and we'll start next turn for that. All right. It's still got, what, one more action.
Sure does.
We'll have it stuck that way. And now this shadow, let's see, Bodil. I think it's going to do the same thing to you.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. Does a 20 hit you, Bodil?
No.
All right, so it is not able to do that. So try again. That is going to be a 14, so no. Okay. All right, so it's not able to get its tendrils quite into you the way it did last time. Primin, it's now your turn.
All right. So can I reach you to help that? Because the enfeebled 3 stays, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can reach you. I will cast Restoration on Gwynel.
All right.
And I can reduce the condition of drained, enfeebled, sluggish, or stupefied by 2, or any of those traits, 2 of those traits by 1. So I will do 2 levels of enfeebled off of you.
That is appreciated. Good.
All right, awesome. Okay, so is that your turn?
I believe that is my turn.
All right, Gwynel, it's your turn. Your shadow has been entirely torn from you and is now looming towards you, just like that shadow in front of you.
Means I'm out of shadows, so
You are.
I feel no more fear of the creature. I will do what I tried to do a couple rounds ago. I will cast True Strike, and I will spend one of my channel energies to channel Smite.
Okay.
And hope that I hit. That would be great. Alright, so I have
There
a
we
19
go.
and a 17 on the die, which gets me, with my enfeebled 1 that's still left over, a 32.
Yes, that will totally hit. And
31, sorry.
Okay, 32 would have been a critical success.
Enfeebled 1, why?
Can I
Yeah.
provide guidance?
Not retroactively.
But my extra damage.
My damage.
Would have been good. Okay, so with enfeeblement, that is going to be 17 points of slashing.
Okay.
21, 31. And then 37. And then 40 points of positive.
And then 40 points of positive. Oh, interesting. Okay. It takes all of that
Good.
Now we're talking.
damage as your attack just sort of racks it from top to bottom, and you can tell that this thing, it's hurting pretty bad. You know, it's not about to drop really anytime soon, but it's not doing super well.
I'm about to be enfeebled again.
Hey, you! You still hiding up there?
Yeah.
Out there all alone.
Hey you. Gonna cast Searing Light. Gonna burn that guy and hopefully kill him. So it's a ranged touch attack, Searing Light again. Plus 11. 12 on the die for touch AC 23.
That hits!
Yay!
Good.
Crossbow of Death continued!
No, this is Searing
Oh,
Light.
Searing Ray continued.
That's right.
Burning positivity.
Need some more
D6
dice?
for me.
He's got a bunch of D6. D6.
Just need a D1, D6.
Just one,
There we
huh?
are. So that's going to be
Yeah, like it's
6. Oh.
That's on this one, correct?
No, that's
So
on
This one. That's on the
12
one that's hurt.
12 points of fire
Okay.
and 17 points positive.
Excellent. Okay.
I'm keeping this. No,
one of those is yours.
that's not.
All right.
Oh, it is. Totally.
Looking much more worse for the wearer. The shadows are starting to dissipate a little bit around his body. It's still, clearly a threat.
Blinded by the light.
But, you're doing some damage to it. You guys are hurting it.
What are you doing with your last action?
Oh, hey, I do have a last action. Shield.
Smart. Good call. Bodil.
Alright. Since I seem to be engaged one-on-one with this one here, I'm going to go ahead and reel back with the hammer and take a swipe at it.
Go for it.
2 on the die is probably not going to get it done. Try again at -5. 6 on the die is not much better. So my third action, I will raise my shield. And
Okay.
glare menacingly,
I'm
as
sure.
dwarves are known to do.
I'm sure that it is quaking in its incorporeal boots over there, Bodil, while you're glaring. All right, so now it is the shadow's turn. Now this is just a normal shadow as opposed to a greater shadow, so it's a little smaller. Looks like maybe not quite as difficult, but still certainly a threat.
Such mercy.
Indeed, indeed. So this one is going to step over. Guano. You're enfeebled how many now?
1.
1, okay. So it's going to try to touch you, and does a 26 hit you?
Yes.
Oh, no. That's actually just a 22.
Yes.
Still hit you? Okay.
Wow, 6 on the die.
Yeah. 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And it's going to try to grasp at your shadow again.
You got any channel left?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I'm going to say that it's not going to be able to pull out multiple shadows from you, but it's still going to be able to enfeeble you as its sort of cold undead energy is reaching down toward your into your chest there. So that's its turn. Now this normal shadow is going to try to touch you, and does a 21 hit you?
Yes, because I'm flat-footed.
Because you're flat-footed, okay. And so 3 points of damage there from the shadow.
All right.
And it does not have that steel shadow ability. For those of you paying attention to how this ability works, it is not able to do that. So I think it's going to try to hit you again. 16?
No.
Okay. And it's probably, yeah, it's not going to hit you with that last one. Okay, and now it is this guy's turn. So Bodil, it's right in front of you. And 19, does 19 hit you?
Well, I raised my shield, so my touch AC became 22.
22.
So no.
All right, so it's going to try again. Does a 25? A 25 hits you.
Is that with your multiple attack penalty?
It is,
Oh.
indeed. All right. 7 points of damage. And it's got 1 action left because it hasn't moved, so it is going to increase your enfeebled rank, which I believe is 2. Yes. Okay. So those are its turns. Primin.
I'm going to take all my actions to channel some positive aura,
I appreciate you.
because it'll hit everybody except for hey, you.
I'm good.
Yeah, if you're up there, you're
He's
fine.
not-
You are
yeah.
the bravest of the brave adventurers, hiding behind the railing on the stairway.
All right, so they can do a fort save because
Yep.
they're undead.
Okay.
I'll do 3d8.
And what is my DC that I'm looking for? Ooh,
21.
never mind, natural 20
Never mind.
for 1. And that's going to make it as well.
What about your other shadow?
Oh, the third shadow. There does a 12 does not make it.
No,
Okay,
21.
so the regular shadow is going to take all the damage. These guys will take half.
Well, your critical success will take none.
And my critical success will
Yes.
take none.
So that's 11, 15.
15 points of damage. That's the full?
That's the full.
We are
Okay.
healed 15, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that one's not going to take 1. That one. And this shadow here. is going to take. All right. Okay. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. Wow.
How's Big Bad Shadow Daddy looking?
This one right here, not so good.
I mean, the last... okay.
Are you out of channels?
No, I still have a couple left. It's more a matter of how to use them. Or do I just blitz the entire area, including you, in other damage?
I'm full, so go for it.
Ooh.
Burn it with fire, John.
Let me just see what type of damage this does quick. Because if it does...
Don't heal.
Totally untyped damage. Damn your eyes. Okay. So I'm going to start with an attack roll against this guy.
Okay.
I will provide guidance. Oh, I can't do that. I'm out of actions. Never mind.
All right, so with my enfeebled state, that is going to hit a 22.
That is just enough to hit.
Okay, and that is going to do 14 points of slashing damage.
On this guy here,
That's right.
that guy is going to fall over.
Oh, my strategy may have changed.
No longer a threat.
Does.
All right, and then I will...
That scene was much more for this world than it was.
Yeah, and then I'll try and brutalize the... I'll try and brutalize this shadow once.
Okay.
So -5. So it's going to go down to an 8 plus my 10. 20.
That is going to hit.
And people too?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and that's going to do 12 points of... 14 points of damage, slashing.
Okay.
Still up?
Indeed.
Bigger fish to fry.
All right.
Done.
Goblin.
Brash. I like
All right. I'm gonna reach out and range touch someone.
Is it Faith?
Reach out and touch Faith.
Oh.
This one here?
Yeah, ranged
Okay.
heal.
Okay.
Range is the spell has a range of 30 feet and doesn't require a touch attack when targeting an undead creature. Must
All
have
right.
a fort save, DC 21.
All right. That's a 25.
How many d8s do you need?
I just need one more D8.
There you go.
All right. These things out of here. So that's 13, 16, 17, 23 points of positive.
How many dice did you roll?
48, because I heightened it to level 4.
All right, so he's going to take half
Or
of that.
heightened it is
For a single target,
No, it's 7.
yeah.
but that's only when healing. I thought the damage
Oh
is...
no.
Oh, no,
Oh
no.
no.
Well then, make that 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Didn't you say that before?
Yeah, you had more than that before.
Oh wait, 23. Oh right, yeah. Sorry. Numbers are hard.
I like that the goblin is up there being
fingers,
like,
I give you fingers.
17, 18, 19.
So 6 more on top of what I did, what I said.
All right, and he's
originally.
going to take half of that.
And he's gonna take half. Of
So he's
that.
taking 9 total.
Wait,
Math is
What?
hard.
what?
Is he?
Half of 34?
Oh, 34 was the total. Okay.
That's
Gotcha.
17.
Yeah.
Not 9.
Math is hard, kids. Stay in school.
Yeah.
All right. Don't become game designers.
I'm in sales. I don't deal with numbers.
Oh god!
Oh.
We would like to have 1 million copies. We could do that.
No problem.
I'll put you down for 2
That's why
million.
everybody loves Cosmo. Oh my gosh.
So the
All
stream has
right.
blamed
Is that your
Cosmo.
turn?
Yeah. Move into attack. Two
Then it would be
actions.
you,
All right.
Mr. Dwarf.
Now that my compadre has taken up rank behind this shadowy figure, I'm going to strike out again with the Warhammer.
Okay.
Still not getting any purchase.
He's flat-footed.
I
He's
know.
indeed flat-footed, so you're looking
but
for
I'm
a 20.
enfeebled too, so it's basically still a 19.
You are 1 off of what you needed to hit him.
One more try here.
Ooh,
So we need,
is this
what
where
do we
my
need, a
bit of luck
15 or
comes into
higher?
play?
Could be.
Still not gonna do it.
So wait.
Oh.
I have my bit of luck ability. You're within 30 feet of me. You're an ally. If you fail, I give you +1 to attack, save, or skill checks. So ding ding.
All right.
bit of luck here.
Perfect.
Hey.
So he takes 13 bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning. Okay.
And then
Oh,
Magic
My-
bludgeoning.
that
Yeah,
is
it is magic damage. Or magic
just
weapon.
enough
Ah,
for him to tip over.
excellent.
He's tipped.
Oh, good.
Yay.
He's down.
Oh, God. Spit on the shadowy corpse.
There's
that
a very
remains.
Gwennel-shaped shadow still behind Vermin,
Yes, there is.
so just FYI. Anything else?
Well, I can't move and attack again this turn, so I think I'm going to spend this last 2 actions to switch back to the sprig.
Okay.
Stow hammer, draw sprig.
All right. Excellent. All right. So it is now the Shadow's turn. Primin, you are the easiest target, unfortunately.
I'll help you in a moment.
Does a
I-
26 hit you?
Oh, yes.
All
But
right.
it can't steal any life from me. Or enfeeble me, so.
6 points of damage. And does not have that steel shadow, so it is going to try to touch you again. Nope, that's a natural 1.
Got him.
And that's also a miss. All right, so it's kind of flailing towards you, but still,
Got a little chunk. That's
yeah, still in pretty good shape. It's your turn.
We're dancing. All right, so I'm going to stab at it with my star knife of disrupting. There's my control.
All right.
So I rolled an 11 with my bonus is a 20.
That's enough. That'll hit.
All right, so I do 2d4 plus 1d6.
Okay.
For undead, which is 10 points of damage.
What type of damage is this?
It is
Piercing?
piercing, but it is a versatile
Okay.
or finesse, so I can change it
Okay.
to slashing.
But your disruption damage is positive.
My disruption damage is just versus undead, so yeah, that's positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Your turn.
Move up behind. Swing. Nope. Not with a 2 on the die, and then with my last action, swing again. That's a 17 on the die, minus the 5, gets me to a 12. With my enfeebled is a 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
And that is going to be a total of 18 slashing damage.
Okay. That is enough for you to cut through your own shadow. Yay! You have fixed the problem that you have caused, Gwennel.
I try to scoop it back into me.
Oh no, I'm running out of my own shadow.
Shadow.
I don't like feeling weak.
Well, you are now whole again. Your shadow is restored to your body, and there appear to be no more threats to you guys at this time.
I'm sure that we have just won and there's going to be no problems whatsoever.
I'm going to poke around the bar.
What would you guys like
Does
to do
anyone
now that...
need any healing while we're out of combat?
I'm down 6, so I'm not
Down
too
6.
bad.
How much are you down?
I'm down by about 26, it looks like.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'll use a level 2 heal, so it's 1 heightened, and I'll do the 48 version, right?
The 3d8.
3d8, yeah.
Oh, the aura.
Well, if it's 3d8 with the second level, it's only a single target.
That's true.
15 plus 4, so 19.
That's
That's
plenty
good.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll mark that off.
Yeah. In fact, I'm just going to use my wand of first level heal, spend another resonance, and heal myself a little bit, and I'm now full.
Perfect.
So we're out of combat, right?
You are currently out of combat,
Bark
yes.
skin will fall. I forgot to ask me if that was piercing. Probably not. It's probably touch magical stuff.
Okay. All of this is terrible. But we won. That is what matters.
Yay.
How much more can we expect to face?
Why don't you guys all tell me in a row, like last time, what you're doing for the next about 10 minutes?
Should we try to make a break for town?
We still got the professor to deal with,
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna change, right?
if he hasn't already.
If he hasn't already. Why don't you go bring Bartel another beer? I'm sure he's thirsty.
Yeah, I can craft up another beer. And go make sure they're still entertaining themselves and nobody's broken through the basement.
And so for my cleanup action. This is all the furniture we have left, correct?
Yep.
I'm just going to go ahead, since this door was not broken down, but it was unlocked. I'm going to go ahead and close and lock this door.
Okay, that's a thing you can easily do in this time period.
Just
going to move over there. Yeah. All right.
I think I'm going to close and lock all of these doors.
Okay. From the top up there?
Yeah, just on. And
okay.
I'm going to kind of stay up here on this.
Is this trellis still on fire, or is that burned out?
That is burned out at this point, yeah.
Yeah, so let's just close it.
So it's that top kind of 5 feet.
Yeah. And what kind of doors are these? Are they just like wooden doors? Are they glass doors?
They're glass doors. They're sort of like patio doors, if you're familiar with that.
Okay.
We'll get breakage sounds.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I'm just slow things down that try to creep up behind me, but I'm going to stay up here on Overwatch, so...
The bravest of the adventurers.
Exactly.
The bravest.
By far.
All right. So you guys are sort of securing things a little bit more. And yeah, go ahead. Do you have a question?
And I think I'm going to hide.
Okay.
Try
to sneak?
Try to sneak and try and be a little less obvious up here. So
okay.
So that if anything does come bursting in, it'll notice them first.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and roll a stealth check to see how sneaky you are.
That would be a natural 20.
All right.
So plus my stealth of 11, that's a 31.
So fear is a heck of a motivator, and you look just like one of the railings.
That's right.
Up there on that balcony. Okay, so as you guys are kind of preparing yourselves and steeling yourselves for what might be next, all of a sudden you hear just this grating, screaming sound in your minds. It's not something you're hearing with your ears, you're hearing this inside your minds, like some kind of telepathic communication. And it's speaking common in this weird, harsh sort of tone, and it's saying, "What a waste of undead flesh! All of my toys broken, and thanks to your friend, Professor, you have been chosen as Remlock's receptacle. I don't know why you resist, but soon I shall have your mind, and Remlock's dreams shall be mine, and you shall know the glory of eternity with my own thoughts." And you're looking at each other, and you're seeing, like, clearly everybody is hearing this. This strange noise, and all of a sudden you just hear this whoosh, throwing open the doors that were hanging off their hinges with the assault from earlier, and you see just this creature drag its bulk through the 10-foot opening there, and it's skittering around, and its chittering mandibles are sort of dripping with some saliva, and it's clearly the origin of that screaming mental sound that you heard. And at this point, this creature is coming right at you guys, so I'm gonna need initiative. And while you're rolling that, I'll tell you that pretty much everybody, and probably even also Heiyu, hears kind of pounding coming from the basement trapdoor, from that area where Bartle and the students are, and you hear what sounds like shouting. It sounds like the professor's voice is sort of that accented, academic type of tone that he has, but he's trying to communicate something, but it doesn't sound like he's actually getting up. So whatever it was that you bribed Bartle with all the beer, he's not letting the professor out, at least not yet.
Barred by Bartle's butt. Yay!
Hey!
Question,
yes.
GM. Does the enfeebled condition carry over until we
It does indeed.
Okay.
Yep.
8 hours. Right?
Yep.
Oh,
do you have any more restoration?
That's the only one I prepared.
I didn't do any.
All right, so let's
I should have done one.
Initiatives. And so far all you see that has come through that door is that giant scorpion-like creature.
So far.
And for those of you at home, this is what that thing looks like.
You're still better than I am. By a smidge, yes.
All right.
I got this many.
You have 5 times as many as I do.
And we're using perception for this one.
All right.
Oh, good.
All right.
Mine was 11.
Everybody's a winner today.
Yeah.
What is your initiative, perception, I should say, Cosmo?
5 on the die plus my stealth is 16.
Okay.
so I'm hiding really well, but I'm doing it slowly.
What about you?
I had 11 on the die, so with my perception is 22.
Okay. Bodil's at a 22. Gwynel?
I'm going in 12.
Okay.
This might work out to our advantage.
That's what I tell myself every time.
What about you, Premin?
13.
Okay.
I was told the clerics go quickly in this edition. I've clearly been lied to.
I think going quickly meant we die faster.
Ooh.
Alright, so I need to... Where did my other d20s go?
You have 2 right here.
Well, you keep on throwing them off the table.
I know, right?
Hands off. Although if you're gonna keep rolling 2 with it, you can have that one.
Oh.
Alright. Alrighty, so you guys hear a little bit of like scrabbling coming from this area, but you're not really sure if it's just these kind of mandibles and these these legs that this thing has, or if there's maybe something behind it. It's not super clear to you yet, but you do definitely hear that as this thing is like screeching and lurching at you. Bodil, it is your go.
Alright. I am going to lead off with Sprig in hand. I'm going to cast a 2-action spell, somatic and verbal, to endow haste on Gwynel for this for 1 minute, but 10 rounds. So you gain the quick condition, and you can only use the extra actions for strides and strikes.
That's all right.
So
Those are 2 of my favorite things to do.
yeah, enjoy. And then I will. I suppose I'll just raise my shield as my final action.
Okay. Alright, so now it's this thing's turn, and it's continuing to just hiss and move forward and sort of make kind of a line toward the back, almost as if it knows exactly where its quarry might be. It's gonna move. And it's going to just clamber over these, this fallen chandelier with all of the broken fixtures and the wax candles and the burnt down oil.
Oh, is that fire square still there, or did that go out?
It's probably out by now, I assume, right?
And it's going to see you kind of waving your sword menacingly, turn toward you and try to not knock your mini over. And just kind of take a side swipe at you. You're sort of in the way there, Gwynel. And in fact, it is going to bite you. Does a 23 hit you?
No, it does not.
Alright, so its bite is not going to be successful. You're able to dodge out of the way, but you do see like very sort of green, acidic types of liquid kind of dripping from its mandibles. This is more than just normal saliva. And hey you, it is your turn.
Can I try and figure out what this thing is?
Sure. Let's see. Nature, perhaps?
Nature?
Nature, perhaps? Or occult? Actually, occult might be just as good.
Occult seems.
No, nature's much better for me. Well, slightly better for me. Alright, nature. Well, I got a 16 on an occult roll, 17 on a nature roll.
Yeah, this is a weird type of creature. You've never really seen anything like it. You don't know what it is. It's not any kind of named thing from your experience, but you do notice, just looking at it, you've got this vantage point, that these bubbles on its back have some kind of sloshing liquid in it. It almost looks like that there's like some kind of flesh or like brain tissue inside of it.
Alright, well, in that case, for my last 2 actions, I am going to pull out one of my Spell Strike crossbow bolts.
Okay.
And cast a Searing Light into it.
Okay. Excellent.
But that's all of my actions.
So you won't be able to fire it yet.
No.
But good call. Alright, Premin. It's your turn.
Alright.
Got the scorpion thing in your face.
I've got a thing in my face.
It's got some gross mandibles and some weird
I'm
brain
sure I want to
blisters.
get that close to it. Unfortunately, that's
You're about 10 feet away currently.
Yeah, you're not.
yeah.
Might-
No, this is
might be
not an
stuff.
undead creature, correct? I'm gonna be able to
This
tell
does
that.
not appear to
this
be
looks
an
like just
undead
a
creature. Yeah.
All right. Then I will. Yeah. I think I'll just take my last pearl off my necklace.
Okay.
And let's see, where can I throw it that doesn't hit everybody? Like here?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll throw it
Well.
here. Well,
Just throw it at the chandelier. Like in the
yeah, if I throw it here, that'll hit it, yeah.
Yeah.
anyone else.
Alright, which is my
You can
whip.
probably throw it over here. I think is also.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. You can throw it somewhere where it's
Somewhere where it's only going to hit that one.
Yeah. So reflex save.
Reflex saves, DC is 19.
Alright.
And then mine is 46.
It's gonna make its reflex save.
Of course it is. So 15.
So 15?
That's full.
Oh, that's the total?
Yeah.
Okay, so 7.
So 7.
Alright. Check it's got anything I should. Nope. Okay, so 7.
Come, let us attack it from either side. Take it down together. Or you could throw fire.
Or I could throw fire and not try to go around the giant creature that's going to eat my face off.
It didn't hit me, it won't hit you.
Right.
Gwennel,
I'm
Things
small
in
and
your
bite
face.
size.
you and your giant metal suit and your giant greatsword have distracted it.
Step up. I will spend my haste action making a swing.
Okay.
That is going to be 28 to hit
That is gonna hit it.
for 18 points of slashing damage.
18 points of slashing damage. Alright.
I will attack it again.
Go for it.
That is a 19 on the die with my penalties. 14, 25 to hit.
That is just enough to hit it.
I will do 4 points of damage. And then I have one action left with which I will cast shield.
Okay.
All done.
Great. Alright. So, you guys see. Let's see, you probably. Hey, you're the only one who can really clearly see since the line of vision is kind of blocked from the barricades and the creature and the barricades. That shambling through are
More shamblers.
more vampiric-looking creatures with the rags hanging off of them and the fangs, and looking a lot more confident than the ones that were in here by themselves. And also clearly very much paying attention to what this creature is doing to try to gain some kind of tactical advantage. It doesn't take any kind of skill check to tell that that's definitely the boss who's been commanding these undead for this whole time. Alright, so Gwendol, that was your turn. They went, and now, Bodil, what are you gonna do?
Let's see. I am going to cast with the Sprig out. This is a 3-action spell, Wall of Fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna wave the Sprig around, chant a couple of ancient words in Druidic that none of you understand,
Okay.
and cast Wall of Fire. And I'm gonna make a 60-foot line straight across the hall here.
Excellent, yeah.
The wall is 5 foot tall. It also obscures vision on either side of it from the other side.
Okay.
And I believe that's it.
How long does that last?
Any creature crossing the wall or occupying the wall's area at the start of its turn takes 3d6 fire damage,
Okay.
and it lasts for 1 minute.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Excellent.
10 rounds. I'll start,
do we draw that
start a
line?
counter up here.
Right there.
I think it's going through
Yes.
here.
And that is my entire turn.
That's
you're
pretty
all
cool.
right.
I counted this out earlier, but it's basically from this wall to this wall.
Okay. So anybody trying to navigate around
Yeah.
is going to have to go through this wall. And
Right.
going through the wall deals damage or just ending the
Starting
turn?
your turn or passing through.
Or passing through.
Takes
Okay.
3d6 fire.
Okay.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Very nice.
Alright. And so now it is this thing's turn.
Do the damage, do
So
the damage.
we get
And this thing.
3d6. That's 13 damage. This is a 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 13 damage.
On the
on
big
the
old creature there?
Big guy.
Okay.
On Remlock.
Yeah.
Well, he said that
He's getting something for
he's going to get something for Ramlock. This might not actually be Ramlock, but it might just be sort of his second in command type of type of guy there. All right, and so it is its turn. It's taken its damage from the wall of fire, so it is going to shift over to get out of that. And it is, that's a step, and so for its other action, I think, well, you're right there.
I am right here.
It's very difficult to not just try to swing at you, and so
Trust me, the shadows had the same problem.
He's gonna try to bite at you. That's a 25.
Will miss me.
Will miss you, okay. And let's see, one more. 27.
Will hit exactly.
That will hit you, okay, and that is with the penalty. So he just rolled a little bit better that time.
A lot better.
So he is going to do... the bite. 19 points of damage.
I'll go ahead
and I need a fortitude save.
I'll go ahead and spend another 2 points or spell points to do my Enduring Might to reduce that by 11.
Okay. I'm going to need a fortitude save and actually 2 separate fortitude saves. Yeah.
Alright.
So the first one is going to be against this venom that's coming from its teeth.
Natural 20 on the venom.
Okay. You do not take any poison damage.
And a 14 on the second one.
Alright, so the second one, this is its energy drain. This is the necromantic energies that are flowing through it from the brains of the undead creatures that are on its back. So you are going to be enervated 1.
I'm already... Oh, wait, that's enervated.
Enervated, which means basically you have a negative level. So
tell me more about what that does in 2nd edition.
So any spells or abilities that you get from being 7th level, you no longer have access to, and you take a -1 penalty for most of your stuff.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes.
So I haven't cast any of my 4th level spells yet.
Oh no.
But I never will.
What? So you rolled a natural 20. Does that bolster against the acid portion of the attack? Because you critically saved?
Only if it says that it would normally be bolstered.
I'm confirming with the GM.
What's the question?
So you rolled a 20 for a natural 20 on the die for the acid fortitude save. Does that make him bolstered against future acid attacks from this?
Yes, he is going to be from that guy.
All right.
Yes. So you don't have to worry about things acid anymore.
I have plenty of other things to worry about.
Losing a level. That's pretty brutal.
Especially considering my strength-based character is already enfeebled too.
Yeah.
Yes, you treat your level as though it were lowered by your enervated value. So, you basically have a negative level. Alright, so let's see. That was, what, 2 actions? And actually that was its whole turn, because then it shifted and then bite. So, that's all it's gonna do. That's all it's gonna do.
Oh no!
And, hey you! It's not your turn.
Alright, well, let's see what kind of saving throws this guy has. Range 30 feet. Hey, he's within 30 feet. I'm gonna enervate him right back.
Please.
All right.
Yeah. Please do.
Because I also have enervate. Make a ranged touch attack.
Alright.
If you succeed, the effect depends on the target's fortitude save.
Okay.
If I critically succeed, treat the result as one worse. Okay, so ranged touch plus 11. 9 on the die, so 20 touch attack.
That is not going to hit him.
You know, such a good idea.
It was a fantastic idea.
I really wanted to...
The best ideas are killed by poor die rolls.
And yet, I do have this crossbow in my hand.
You do.
It takes 1 action to shoot my spell struck.
You do have a searing light in that bolt, if I remember.
So I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
Alright, take your multiple attack penalty, though.
It's -5. So
we've hit with worse.
It's a +7 to hit.
Hey.
18 plus 7, that's armor class 25.
That is just enough to hit.
Booyah! Alright, so for the bolt...
that one you can also blame on Cosmo.
Yeah. That's 11 points of damage for the crossbow.
Okay.
And now for the searing light. Thank you. 1, 2, 3.
Should he be rolling his bonus damage for it being a fiend or undead?
No.
Okay.
And let me find my cheat sheet here. I'm getting... Oh, there we are. That's 9, 14, 15, 16. 17 points of fire damage from the searing light.
All right.
Thunk.
All right, Brennan, it's your turn.
Alright, so these guys are slowly shambling up. There's a wall of fire now, so I can't
Yep.
see them any longer.
Yep.
So, there's not much more I can do spell-wise.
Oh.
Yeah, getting to that point where all that's left is the cheap spells that don't
Okay.
work. So let's, I guess I could step up and stab it twice with my star knife.
I mean, if you can flank with the thing, then it makes us both more accurate.
I can't get around to the other side of it, because that's me over there.
Yeah, you would
Details.
have to be right there to flank it.
Yeah, and I think I can move 25. And actually, I can get there.
Yeah, you can get there.
25?
10,
can
15,
double.
20, 25.
That's 25.
Right there. Yep.
Right there.
You got it.
Yep.
Yes.
One
Yeah, I can move 25.
movement. Yeah, one stride.
Then I will stab.
All right.
Stab.
Stab.
Stabby stab. That's what? 18 on the die plus 9 is
Yes.
27.
That's gonna hit him.
Yes.
Good.
And it's not undead, you said, so
It
it's
is not.
just 2d4, sadly. But I rolled 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Plus strength mod? Or strength 0?
My strength is plus 1.
There you go.
Oh, I guess it is plus 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So 7.
Gwynel.
Well, I mean, losing access to spells makes my turns a lot simpler. So,
Smash.
well, first I'm going to use my last true strike
Okay.
and smash into him. So that'll be my second action to do the attack. That one though is a 20.
Woo!
All right.
Yay.
So would a 30 hit him?
It would.
Okay, so it is a critical hit.
And he's flat-footed, yes.
Yeah. So I got 17 there, and then have 33 points of damage.
Okay.
So I have 2 actions left. I'm going to make another attack. This is
You are,
-5.
you are hasted as well.
Yes. So it's going to be a 16 on the die, goes down to an 11 with my multiple attack penalty, goes to a 22 against the flat-footed
One
foe.
under what you needed.
Do you still have one of those
I do.
reactions?
I have a bit of luck.
Could you do that?
I can.
Awesome.
That'd be fantastic.
I kind of wink at you and say, yeah, let's do this.
And the sword pushes a little farther. That is going to be another 23 points damage.
Alright, so I'm gonna let you know a little bit of metagaming here. It was down to 1 hit point after your first damage.
The game of ones.
So the fact that you
a
dealt
beautiful
any
thing.
damage at all to this
It's a beautiful
thing,
thing.
it's gonna start shrieking, but like, no, Ramlock, I have failed you! And just kind of fall over and no longer be a threat. Those kind of sloshing brains are still in there, being pretty gross and disgusting. There's nasty, putrid, fetid fluids coming from it, but it is down and it's dead. However,
I still have an action left.
you do still have an action left, and there are still those two on the other side of the wall.
I don't know that. I'm going to look at the wall of fire, shrug, and cast shield.
Okay. All right, makes sense. So now it is these guys' turn, and let's see. I did not even need his spells.
That makes 2 of us.
Right? All right.
Yeah, it's so sad because Gorm gives this spell called Weapon Storm that just lets you throw a bajillion of your great swords at people.
So it's 3d6 for moving through it.
3d6 to move through.
All right. They're just gonna forge along ahead, enraged as they are about their boss that has been cut down relatively easily.
7 points of fire.
Just hang on to that because you're going to do it again.
Okay.
8 points of fire.
7 and 8 to those guys. All right.
Yeah, I'll get one more out.
I don't know about you, but I still have some channel energy left.
I do too.
How convenient.
How fortunate.
Okay. Bodil, it's your turn.
Seeing as I still have a vast pool of spell points going seemingly unused, I'm going to go ahead and Tempest Surge with the Sprig.
Excellent.
Out, wave it in the air, summon a little storm of lightning bolts on this guy, and he must make, what was it?
Reflex?
A reflex against DC 21.
Okay.
Yes, reflex saving throw.
Reflex. Okay. So 20.
21 is the spell
So
DC.
it fails.
All right. So it's also, I didn't mention this earlier, but the spell says D10s. However, my level 6 Druid feat Storm Retribution makes them D12s. That's why I'm rolling D12s for this spell.
Good to know.
Cool.
So 4d12 is 32 points of damage.
All right.
Lightning damage.
That is against both of those, correct?
Just the one.
Just the
one
one?
foe.
Okay.
Yes.
Which one did you target?
The one nearest me.
One nearest to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is also, if it is still alive, it becomes
is.
sluggish 1 for 1 round.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it starts leaving a mucus trail.
Basically.
Sluggish.
Yeah.
Slug-esque.
And
We're good at naming conditions here.
I think I will go ahead, seeing nothing really better to do. I'll just raise my shield for my third action.
Okay.
Stay put on the door.
All right. Hey, you. Where's your go?
Well, unfortunately, I think I need to join my compatriots down there, because I have some touch spells that could probably help you.
Don't sound too excited.
I don't like to be down with you plebes.
I know, that's how you get hit by all these conditions.
Yeah, how much is the drop?
It's 10 feet. You would take 5 points of damage if you decided to do that.
Alrighty, yeah, I'm gonna jump.
All right.
I've got catfall.
Oh, excellent. So that makes
Nice.
it that lessens the amount that you are considered to be falling.
Right.
All right.
Oh, is this like library pillar here? Something he jumps onto?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually further back, so he
okay.
just because of the way the maps are set up,
okay.
he actually lands like right on the other side of that pillar.
Okay.
Here?
I think
No,
that
the
here.
other side.
Should we remove the upstairs?
Yes,
Or-
if nobody is going to go back upstairs,
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and just take this off so it'll be easier for everyone.
Alright.
Hooray!
Hooray!
So,
So you end up, yep, right there, because that's where the railing is.
okay. 5, 10. That's my whole turn. Yes, I'm standing
You look
behind
cool.
you.
I thought you said you had touch spells.
Yeah, well, I have touch spells.
What
but
are
I
you
only
doing?
have those 3 actions.
What are you planning?
Well, you looked really cool.
But I looked cool. Drop like a cat. Woo. Scurry, scurry, scurry. Hide behind the big guy.
And you still have the giant incisor sticking out from your mouth. So you're just like as you creep forward toward the vampire.
I've got things for you.
I'm not sure which one is creepier, the vampire or the goblin with the giant protruding jaws.
Well, I do have vampiric embrace or vampiric touch. Yeah,
I don't know,
I
maybe-
can do vampiric stuff.
Maybe chat has opinions on who is scarier and who you might want to avoid in a tavern.
Oh, good.
All right, so Primin, now it is your turn.
All right, so I've got 2 in front of me. So I think we're gonna be.
You have 2
The
in
one
front of
closest to me is severely, was damaged
Yes.
severely.
This one you did 20 points damage to. Yeah.
All right, so I'm not sure an aura is gonna. Well, are you damaged
A bit.
a bit? I'll blow the last channel I have on an aura and hit everybody. 'Cause I think
Okay.
I can hit everybody at this point.
Okay.
So that's 3d8. 1, 2, and 3. I rolled 3 ones.
Oh no!
That's famous.
We're really good at that today.
So that's 7. Full.
Okay, so they need to make fortitude saves?
Fort saves.
Okay. So that is a... so that's a 17 and a 10.
Okay, DC's 21, so the
So
10
they both fail.
critically fails.
The first one, this one critically fails.
That one critically fails, yeah.
Yes.
The second one just fails. So
Okay.
7 for the one.
Okay.
And I roll again for the second one.
To add more.
So it's
Yes.
7 plus whatever.
Yeah,
that
but we only get
is.
7, sadly.
That
Yeah.
one is going to be destroyed.
Deadzers.
Dead Zors.
So that's
DED.
18 for the second one.
So the other one takes 18 points of damage?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no, it's 18 plus the first 7.
So 25.
So 25.
25, okay. All right, he's still up. He's not looking too great, but he looks like he's regretting the choices that have led him to this point in his life. Gwennel.
I think I have to do it. I'm going to move over here.
Oh, push.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Push him.
Because I also have a
Push
ring
him
of
real
the ram.
good.
Because we only had so many
real
choices
good.
for those items.
Yes.
So I'm going to move there as my haste stride.
Excellent.
And I'll spend my 3 anything but stride and strike actions to
Okay.
charge up the ring and then punch.
Yeah.
That's a 4 on the die. This is so terrible. But this isn't strength, so that's still not great. That is an 11 touch.
That is not going to hit him.
So cool.
It would have been.
Tiny
That
tear.
was so cool.
Oh well.
Well, you know, the best laid plans, right? Okay, was that your turn?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it is going to be his turn.
Eh.
And, you know,
Hey, now you get drained.
he's going to sort of flailingly claw at you with a natural 1 and totally miss you. And then he is going to do it again with a 22. Does 22 hit you?
Nope.
No.
Unless he's
alright.
also one of those touch AC
Nope, he is not.
cheat shadows.
Yeah.
All right.
Vampire man.
18 probably still doesn't hit you either.
Hang on. Let me try again.
So he's flailing away and he's just totally gonna miss you. And that was his turn. And now Bodil.
Have we heard anything from the professor during
You are
this
continuing to
commotion?
hear just sort of that banging and like muffled and garbled noises, but you can't make out anything. Nobody's actually gone back there, and nobody's ran out. Nobody has shockingly been brave enough to figure out what's going on from
I
back
think
there.
I'm going to go investigate the professor. Brainiac Bug Man was seemingly very intent on pulling him out. I'm going to go take a look-see.
Alright, so you're gonna
So I'll
go
spend.
that's away.
Well, hold on.
Oh,
I'll
so you're
spend
over
all
here.
3 of my actions to stride. So we'll do 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Next turn.
All right,
Never
so
really
you're
got out
making
of
your
second
way.
gear.
And as you get closer to that closet where you know the professor and the students and Bartle is, you hear a very distinctive voice saying, "I told you to stay in there. I told you, quit banging. What are you doing? You're making all kinds of noise." Bartle is clearly in his own way trying to calm down the professor. Hey, you, it's your turn.
So the good news is, I've got restoration. The bad news is, it's a 10-minute cast time. So
Womp
Let's say
womp.
you're holding out on us.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not something we can just do.
Don't worry. Let me push this guy through a wall.
Okay.
The firewall.
Yeah. Oh, let me mark off a turn for the firewall.
How are you doing for healing?
Oh, I'm full.
You full?
Yeah.
Me too.
Because I got healed by the burst.
Oh. All right. Well, in that case, I'll just shoot him with my crossbow. Oh, yay! I hit armor class 15.
Armor class 15 is not going to hit him. Nope.
All right.
I feel ya.
Yeah. Reload, crossbow, and then shoot again.
I ain't stopping you.
Yeah,
Alright.
go for it.
Right, reload is a separate action for a crossbow.
Yes.
So
It is.
okay, so this
This is
is
your last action.
yeah.
Minus
Is that
5.
-5? Armor class 14.
No, sir. Primin.
Go fish.
Alright, so he's not looking great, right?
No, he is pretty heavily injured, and at this point he's just wobbling to try to stay upright.
Let me kick him. Let me kick him.
You could probably just blow on him and he would fall over.
I'm going to kick him.
You're gonna kick him?
I'm going to kick
Do you
him.
want me to have that glory of kicking him?
As much glory as is involved in an enfeebled cleric kicking a zombie
so
through a
I'm
wall.
going to step up
You gotta feel strong somehow.
and then hold the other 2 of my actions in case he misses his kick so I can do it.
You're going to ready an action to push.
Awesome.
Yes!
She's gonna make sure that you do it correct.
I'm gonna just have you do that and I'm just gonna behind you and I go, okay.
Alright, the giant scorpion beast has fallen. The vampires that have come through the walls of the doors have also been pretty much almost dispatched. There is one left. Gwendol, it is your turn. There's
Oh,
a
boy.
wall of fire. What are you doing?
I'm going to spend 2 actions
Okay.
to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
Then I will spend an action to kick it through a wall. I'm also using my I'm using my bullhead pendant, which is a trinket as well.
Okay,
spending
excellent.
a resonance and expending that to add 2 to this.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 19 on the die with my enfeebled also affects my strength-based skill checks.
Yep.
Oh, is there no justice?
And you're innovate.
Yeah, so my athletics total goes down to +9 because I get to avoid my armor check penalty on this. So that's going to be 28, 30
Okay.
to kick whatever this is.
Yeah,
Critical
absolutely.
success.
It is indeed.
Okay, and then I
Yes.
kick it through a firewall. Do your damage.
So the firewall damage does not get doubled. I got it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But your kick damage gets doubled?
Well, my kick gets to push it 10 instead,
Okay.
assuming that I follow it, which I
8 fire damage from the wall.
will. Okay, and I will continue with that shove,
Okay.
which puts me through the firewall as well.
As long as I roll dice.
Worth it.
7 points of fire damage.
Now that I'm through the wall, is it still up?
It is not still up, Gwendolyn. You have reared back and taken your very powerful, totally not enfeebled or enervated legs and shoved it through the entirety of this firewall. And as you do, you just see that it screams and it screeches and it falls to the ground.
This is second edition!
There can be only one!
And I guess with my last action, I will walk back through to join my friends.
All right.
It is done!
Ooh, 15 points of fire damage.
Okay, not all of my ideas are good.
I mean, they're not bad though. Like, I'm okay with this.
You did the job.
I think Firewall has just become the spell I dealt the most damage with, but it wasn't all to the enemies.
All right, so you guys still hear even more urgently now, just kind of that pounding sound coming from the trapdoor in the closet back there,
Wow.
and Bartle's continuing to shout very loud. Clearly, this is about to get out of control. You're headed in that direction, aren't you?
Yes, but I don't think it's my turn.
We are no longer in initiative.
Okay.
All right, the firewall's still standing, right?
Well, the firewall lasts for a minute. We got through 3 rounds, so another, 45. What was that? 42 seconds.
If we want to wait 10 minutes, I can put a restoration on you and get rid of your innovation or your enfeebles.
I don't know that we have the time to wait.
All right.
Tell you what, let's walk to the basement and see how it looks from there.
All right, I'll go ahead
All right.
and
Yep.
peer my head into the closet here and see what's going on with Bartle and the students.
All right, so you see a fairly frantic scene. All of the students, the 2 students who are not Lucy, are up against the wall, kind of cowering and sort of trying to watch what's happening. Lucy herself is trying to pull Bartle off of the trapdoor and say, "He needs help. You can't block him. He needs to get out. He knows something. He's trying to talk to us." While Bartle is just kind of, whatever, get away from me, and trying to do what he's been told. They told me to help out. I'm helping. I told you I was the most important one here.
I say everybody out.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody out of the room.
I'm going to step on the trapdoor before Bartle exits so that I'm also now holding it down.
Yes.
As Bartle was.
Okay.
Can we issue a command to the students and or Lucy to go clear the chandelier area?
Yeah. Lucy will make sure that they come with her. She's got her wits about her, but she is very concerned here about the professor, and she's saying, "You need to let him out. You need to talk to him. He's in his right mind. I can tell from the way he's talking. He's trapped down there. Something's happening."
Sure, whatever, room.
We'll talk to him. Don't worry, we got this covered. Just can you go take care of it?
Clear the corpses!
Yeah.
It's going to be such a
Do
terrible
you
war
think I'm
zone.
some sort of flesh pack mule? You can't treat me like this. I let you into this house. The professor needs your help.
And
You
we're
have
about to help
him.
him.
And now we are letting you out of it alive.
We could have left you with all those things that came in the house.
Yeah.
So you're explaining to her about how you basically saved their lives.
Pretty much, yeah.
So somebody would like to make like a diplomacy or an intimidate check?
Let me.
Because she's not.
I said I've got a plus 10
really,
to diplomacy.
She's not really convinced.
Got a plus 13 to intimidation.
You got this.
You're gonna intimidate. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And I rolled a 2.
You throw that one
All right,
away.
wait.
That would
move
be
aside, move
a-
aside.
You
15.
think you're scary, Mr. Goblin? I'm not afraid of
Okay,
you. Those
hold on.
things are in my house.
Hold on.
Is that a 1?
I wrote, no, it's 2. I wrote 2, so that's a whopping 12.
Are you trying to intimidate?
I know
or-
I'm trying to be diplomatic and say, "Look, don't listen to him, listen to me," and that's working so well.
Why would I listen to you? You were
Okay.
right there.
Understand this. She has clearly accepted all responsibility for being here. She stays.
All right. So long as the rest of them get out of here, we just want to make sure that we don't have a lot of innocent bystanders.
So the students will just kind of nod and go, okay, whatever you say, all right, fine. And they'll run out and they'll start cleaning up the mess that is in that main hall.
Giant brain bug.
Meanwhile, Lucy is continuing to look at you, and Bartle is like, let him out! Open the door! You don't know what's happening to him down there!
I'm going.
Bartle?
Hold on.
Bartle,
Get behind me, buddy.
I'm also going to change Sprig to Warhammer before we do this.
Okay.
So Warhammer out, Sprig put
Okay.
away.
So Lucy's back there. You guys are about ready to unveil the trapdoor to see what has happened to the professor.
Can I
in the
ready an
basement.
action?
Sure.
I'd like to ready a shove action. If the professor is right at the top of the stairs, I'd like to shove him down the stairs.
Oh, I
Okay.
think you're going to shove me.
No. The professor's going to run out at us. I want to shove him back down the stairs.
And I will throw open the trapdoor less easily than before. I don't understand why.
It's heavier now.
Yeah.
It's all that time Bartle was sitting on top of it.
I don't know what Bartle left on that trapdoor.
I'm not going to find out.
All right, so you open the trapdoor. All right, so you open the trapdoor and you see that the professor is standing on the stairs so that he can kind of pound on it to try to see. But you look into his face and you see, his eyes are still bloodshot and he's still, clearly tired. He's hoarse in the way that he's yelling, but he does not have that sort of boil, pallor appearance that you saw in your vision.
Okay.
He doesn't have the splotches on his eyes. He doesn't have the emaciated skin. He's not changed as a creature,
He looks
so to speak.
normal.
Yeah, he's just sort of a frantic, kind of emotional mess right now, frankly. But, and he stops pounding as soon as the door opens, and he's like, oh, thank God, that creature, that was the one in my mind, that was the one that was doing this to me. You have destroyed him. You have saved us.
What's he pointing to?
He was pointing toward where that creature was. It
Okay,
was
but through the walls.
Yeah, through
Okay.
the walls, through the walls. He said,
As opposed to that was the creature.
you!
Could have been.
Who told you?
My mind was, it was tethered inexplicably to that creature, and now that it is gone, I feel my connection to the Dominion has broken. And
Senseless violence solves many problems in this adventure.
in this case, you are correct.
Can I make a medicine check to see if he's telling the truth?
Sure, if you would like to make, you could do a perception check, you could do a sense motive if you like.
Do perception. I thought I made medicine to be applicable, but 22.
Okay. It doesn't seem like he's trying to really, it's hard for you to tell, but it doesn't seem like he's trying to pull one over on you.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Does he appear injured?
No, he's not injured. There's a few sort of scratch marks maybe that would be associated with somebody kind of just kind of pulling at themselves in the stress of, the things that he's been through, but it's not really anything outside of
So
the ordinary.
what's Lucy doing?
So Lucy is just kind of standing, and she's just kind of standing there across the way from the trapdoor, and she's got her hands to her mouth, and she's kind of got a little bit of a glisten in her eye, and she's like, oh, thank God, the professor, he's unharmed. I was so worried. We didn't know what was happening to him down there. You've saved him. Saved him.
Professor, understand that in the Goramite faith there is a saying. It is a question. Will you fight? Are you ready to continue your battle? We came here asking you to research things. And now, that battle is done. Are you ready to take on the next one?
Oh, of course. Of course. Now that I no longer has this affliction, of course, I will help you with anything that the Order has asked. I will research these countdown clocks, did you say?
It's been a week, but yeah.
These devices? Yes.
yeah.
Of course, I am very fatigued and tired, but that has never stopped me in the past. I will happily come with you. Yes. Lucy, you do not. And he notices her in the corner, kind of just emotional
Freaking
and
out.
just sort of beside herself. And he kind of goes over to her and starts to comfort her and says, "Thank you. I know that you have kept your wits about you. You are my best students, and I am only thankful that these adventurers were able to save your life in a way that I myself could not." So he is very happily agreeing to go with you.
Question.
Yes.
Is the zombie locked in the attic still alive?
No, I stabbed it.
darn.
As we listen in.
There's one more up there, guys. Not done yet.
Quite undead yet.
So,
All right.
you guys have rescued the professor, and you have stopped the hordes of undead.
I'm about to shake a goblin for restoration.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The conversation's been a few minutes.
I've actually got enough. I've got one more. I can do one more 4th level spell. I can heighten my restoration to get rid of your enervate, and then I can cast it again at 2nd level to get rid of 2 enervates
Enfeebles.
or enfeebles.
I'll take it.
So,
All right.
At the top of my game.
assuming we have 20 minutes.
Sure, yeah, you have as much time. The professor's happy to go with you. Whenever you're ready to go, you might want to stay the night since it is nighttime. Rest up. First thing in the morning, he's happy to go with you.
Since
All
I'm
right.
still enfeebled, I would like to rest overnight.
No, we are ready to move on.
Oh, let's go.
Well, actually, if you're still enfeebled, I got one more 2nd level spell I can burn for restoration. So you don't have to sleep enfeebled,
Good.
and then we can rest and get all of our spells back.
More calming
Well,
sleep for you,
Why
Bodil.
don't we? Sure. Is it what time of day is it?
Night.
It is nighttime.
It is nighttime?
fully
Maybe it
nighttime
is.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to rest in this house with no front door and broken windows and?
I will keep watch.
All right.
I'll rest.
I will take a shift with you.
All right. In that case, I am going to burn my last restoration for you, and I'm going to go to sleep.
All right, so adventurers, with the hordes of undead defeated and the professor rescued and yourselves healed up and bolstered from the horrors that you have witnessed, and with the brave adventurers who are standing guard against any other threats, you make it through the night. Nothing else comes after you. The professor happily goes with you back to Rosenport in the morning to research what it is that the Palatine Order has so desperately needed to know about these countdown clocks. And with that, you have succeeded at a fair at Sombrefell Hall. Thank you so much for watching at home, and tune in again next week for another live play stream of the Pathfinder Playtest at Paizo.
With 100% less Cosmo.
Oh.
Ouch, twist the knife.